viewers, welcome to the November 2023 SuperSize sales of $100 or more video. And the sales in this video come from my Facebook group where we have a dedicated thread every month for sales of $100 or more. So make sure to post your sales on this thread for possible inclusion in this video. So we are going to start with Marlene Ward. She said, "Free to me. Husband purchased it and hung it in his closet. Sold in 4 days for full asking price of $100 plus shipping. Another buyer had purchased it for best offer of $95 and returned it because it didn't fit. That time around, it took 8 weeks to sell. Relisted within 1 week of getting it back from buyer, sold it within 4 days for $100 plus shipping." So the moral of the story is, it's okay if you get a return, you can sell it again. This is a Carhartt men's brown large loose fit duck jacket. And it looks like it's new with the tag. Yeah, it is definitely new with the tag, and there it is. So she sold it for $100, and it was just one of those things that was hanging around the house. Louis Prizzy purchased for $10 at a flea market. Listed for $139.95, sold for best offer of $100 after about 3 months. Disney Rocketeer Ben Cooper Halloween costume vintage 1991. $10, sold for $100. Jody Clark paid $12.74 at Goodwill for this Beast Grip Kenko wide conversion lens attachment for an iPhone. So it is an iPhone thingamabob. And it's sold for $100 in 1 day. Her cost was $12.74. Kim Smith. I paid $4.90 for this beautiful suit coat jacket at Family Thrift. Listed it a few months. It had some staining, but it sold for $100. Buyer needs it this week for a wedding. I was able to get it FedEx second day for him. So it is a Brooks Brothers blazer sport coat. $4.90, sold for $100. Leslie Wilson. Found these in the wrong ornament box at Goodwill for $2.99. Still had tags and stickers attached. Sold for full asking of $105 in about a month. Rare Westland giftware Yogi Bear and Boo Boo eating magnetic salt and pepper shakers. No, they're not eating the salt and pepper shakers. They are eating, and they were made into salt and pepper shakers. Okay, $3, sold for $105. Molly Davis purchased this She camo set last spring at a yard sale for $25. I waited until September to list them. They sold within a day for full price. She outdoor women's waterproof insulated jacket and pants, hunting, small, medium, 25, turned into 110. Catherine Beavers. I paid 25 cents for this at a garage sale. It is only 3 inches tall. Did a 7-day auction and sold it for $110.50. Yee-haw! Vintage Mosser glass sitting kitty cat clear green. So I know nothing about this. At first I thought, oh, this is uranium glass or Vaseline glass. I have no idea if it is. 25 cents, sold for $110.50. What a flip. Cheryl Green purchased at an estate sale for $5 just under a year ago. Sold for full asking price of $110 plus shipping. Cinnabar dusting powder by Estee Lauder, 3 ounces, $5, sold for $110. Zachary McDore, our resident garbage man philosopher, found this large Santa at Goodwill for $6. Sometimes they still miss something. Yes, that is 100% correct. Bethany Lowe Designs Christmas Santa Claus 25-inch figure decoration retired. Sold for $111.79. Renee Orr, I purchased 11 pieces of Lenox Jewels Nativity from an online estate sale. Paid around $7 each. This one sold for $112. Still in the process of listing the others. Vintage Lenox Bone China Jewels Nativity Shepherd Boy Kneeling with Lamb. This sold for $112 and she only paid $7. Dottie Sheffield. It was the third day of the estate sale. There she sat on an empty bed. She had an orange sticker of $8 on her tummy. That meant $4. We put her up at $112 on October 16th. She sold on October 17th, and we did the happy dance. This is Whimsy Doll, Bessie the Bashful Bride, American character. So, more proof that you can find stuff no matter what day you go to the estate sale. And it's even more fun when you can get great stuff like this for half price. Like all those people have been through before you, and things will be waiting for you. Janine Bertucci bought this last summer for $12 at a flea market. Had several watchers but no offers. Put it on sale for 25% off, and it sold in a day. Viacom, Nickelodeon, SpongeBob SquarePants, Sony PlayStation 2 controller. $12, sold for $112.49. Leslie Von Cannon, free to me. It belonged to my grandparents. Thank you, Grandpa, for saving it. I had a lot of lowball offers, but it sold for full asking price in a month and a half. I love this item. Boy, the memories just come flooding back. Sitting with your siblings, waiting for your turn to go through the Sears catalog when it came in the mail. This is a vintage 1971 Sears and Roebuck Company Christmas wish book, and it looks to be in very good condition to be this old. This sold for $115. Tamarin Smith McClure, free to me, sold for $119 plus shipping in 1 year. Toshiba 8.5-inch screen TV DVD combo with remote. So it's really not that bad to wait a year for a sale like this when you got it free anyway. So it just earns money over time. $119.99. Daryl Emily got this at my local thrift for $3. This design is fairly rare, so I listed it high. Sold pretty quickly for best offer of $120, even with stains and flaws. Vintage Wrangler is always a BOLO for me. So this is a vintage 80s Wrangler brush popper zip cowboy western jacket. $3, sold for $120. Francisco Infante. I found this Epson photo printer at a thrift store for $7. I searched the box, everything was there, so I brought it home to test. It worked but needed ink. Explained this in the listing, and it sold for $120 plus shipping in a few days. Picture that. Aha, good one, Francisco. Picture that. We get it. So there you see $7, and everything you see in the photo sold for $120. Janine Allen Joyce has what looks like a leg. Found this orthotic device at Goodwill for $4.99. Couldn't find a lot of info on it. Listed it high and waited. Took over a year. sold for asking price of $129 plus shipping. So this is a foot ankle orthotic hinged leg support. Okay, Toby Crimmin. So this is the second Pendleton blanket from the $5 bag of vintage blankets. This one sat for a while. I sent offers, lowered the price 3 to 4 times. Finally, I moved it to auction with a $99.99 starting bid. After 10 days with one bid in the last 2 minutes, 4 bids jumped it up to $133.51. The auction actually ended September 28th, but it took until October 3rd to get it paid and mailed. So I posted it in October. That's totally fine, Toby. So this item didn't even cost $5. It was mixed in with other items and sold for $133. Pendleton Vintage Wool Beaver State Blanket. Carrie Kochar. I listed this for auction with an option for buy it now and sold it within 19 minutes for the buy it now price of $139 plus shipping. I couldn't find anything about this, so decided to auction. It's probably worth way more, but since it was sitting in my death pile for months, it was nice to cash in quickly on this one. I rarely pay more than $5 for items, and I don't think I paid more than that for this. It is a framed, original, regional painting, New Orleans, French Quarter. What is this word? Brulateur? Courtyard. Okay, sounds good to me. So it sold for $139. Karen Goodner Monks. Free to me and sold for full price overnight. Positive feedback received this morning, so made it safely. This is a 9-inch color TV. These are used for gaming, so great sale there. And another one that was free, so heads up, look around for these that are free. Jessica Hope Whitaker got these books from Goodwill, paid $18, sold for $149.98 plus shipping. First edition, first printing Stephen King lot of 9 novels. $18, sold for just under $150. Kimberly McCoy Furman has also what looks like maybe a leg. I picked up 2 of these free at an estate sale, listed for 2 months and sold for offer of $150. This is going to Saudi Arabia. Moving on to Dawn Curtwright Taylor. I love online local estate sales. This sale had several Williams and Sonoma items. I purchased 4 sets of these plates for a little under $80 for all. This is my 3rd set sold, listed each set for $169.99, took best offer of $159. One left to go. Williams Sonoma dinner plate with fish on them. Okay, so $159 for a set of a few plates. That's pretty good. Brian Rappaport paid $5 at a garage sale last Saturday and sold in a day for $169.99. Canon PowerShot camera. Pink. I love it. $5 sold for just under $170. Lisa Johnson Middleton went to a private estate sale because there were lots of nautical Christmas village items advertised. What they didn't show in their photos was this BOLO. I almost missed it because it was so small. Paid $2 and after multiple low offers, sold for full asking price plus shipping. And where is this in the BOLO book, you ask? It is in the 2nd edition, which is 2022, on page 29. 1987 fabric calendar with movable mouse to indicate the current day. Many sold in new condition. Avon is not printed on the calendar itself, only on the packaging. It sold for $169.99. $29.99. Congratulations, Lisa, on finding it. Suzanne Wagner purchased at a local auction house for $39.44 and sold for full price plus shipping 5 months after listing. I love these. The Six Wives of Henry VIII Royal Dalton signed character jugs, mugs. Um, I've been seeing these trickle out onto the Money Making Mondays, Suzanne. So I'm glad to see they're selling for you. So these were $39.44 and sold for $170. Okay, Wendy Kruger has some jewelry. Paid $30 at an annual church sale, sold for $175 plus shipping in 8 hours. Wow. Carolyn Pollock pendant necklace, turquoise, beautiful, beautiful piece. $30, sold for $175. KC Vetterly, $20 at the thrift store, sold for $189.95 in about 2 months. This is a newer brand of shoes made to look distressed, so I find them marked for good prices. Oliver Cable Low 1 Metropolis Suede men's sneakers. $20, sold for $189.95. Ken McNamara found 2 of these Orvis hunting vests at Sierra Trading Post, paid $108 each, including tax, and sold both for $189 within 2 weeks. Charlie Bates paid $1 for this White Lion guitar tablature book. Wasn't sure what it was worth, so listed it on auction starting at $50. Sold for $192.50. Works for me. This is a White Lion main attraction guitar book from 1991. Excellent sale. Okay, Julie Brown. I found this set of new old stock pillowcases at a thrift store for $3.75. Sold in 3.5 months for $199.99 plus shipping. And the best part is I have another set. 2 Ralph Lauren Jonquil Blue King pillowcases. And what'd she say? She paid $375 and they sold for just under $200. Debbie Dyer found this Ralph Lauren polo country shirt at my local Goodwill for $4.99. Listed for $235 and accepted an offer of $200. So excited for this find. Ralph Lauren polo country sportsman shirt. It's got like some patches on it. It's a utility guide. It was new with tags. $5 and sold for $200. Becky Nelson Nicholson. I won 3 huge totes of books from an online auction and paid $16 for 70 books. I have sold several of the books and have many more to list. I figure I have less than 40 cents into each book. This listing sold for full price of $227.99 and shipping, plus shipping, and it took 4.5 months to sell. I'm very happy to see it go to a new home, as it is extremely large and heavy and weighs almost 12 pounds. Charlie Harper, An Illustrated Life, large 2007 book with box. But still sold for $227.99. So, yay! George Kelly found this Fireman's Fund leather helmet at a garage sale for $20. Sold at auction for $304. I believe Fireman's Fund is an insurance company. I believe you're right, George. Vintage Carnes and Brothers Fireman's Fund red leather fire helmet. $20 turned into $304. Sherry Golden Ogden sold the last of my House Mouse rubber stamps. I bought these for a total of $30 at a thrift store. Started the auction at 200 and had one bid 5 minutes before it ended. Literally 3 seconds before it ended, someone swooped in with a $306 bid. She is a repeat customer and paid right away, and also reached out to buy another $50 lot from me. Wow. Lot of 11 retired rubber stamp house mouse. Laura Ashley, Our Legacy, hard to find, rare. That is a pretty good sale for some little wooden things. $306. Anthony Aguilera picked up this Sony ghost hunting camcorder at a garage sale for $60, sold in 3 weeks for full asking price of $345. I've been on a lucky hot streak with finding these older camcorders. Sony Handycam, a bunch of numbers, camcorder, night shot, optical zoom, ghost recorder. Wow, never seen one of those on eBay. But hey, there's something for everyone. So this was $60 and it sold for $345. Colleen Olson from my Epic Boot Haul. One of 14 pairs bought for $50 per pair. Sold for full asking price in about 2 months. New Heritage Red Wing Engineer Boots Steel Toe. So $50, and this sold for $499.99, just under $500. And I love the buyer is the Optimist Club, keeping things optimistic. Okay, and for our cover item, Kim DeSoller Hendricks Spence purchased this lava lamp from a local auction for $3. Finally got around listing it on a 7-day auction with a beginning bid of $65. Got a bid within the first 10 minutes. It had gotten up to $150. I watched as the seconds were ticking down and I said, "Come on, people, start bidding." When I clicked over and the final price came up of $510, I was dancing a jig. We'll definitely start looking closer at the lava lamps. This is a vintage 80s Lava Light 16-inch lamp, neon green. $3, sold for $510. And the final item is from Andrew Gong. Bought this for $300, sold for $1,537 including shipping. Sat for roughly a year. After all my expenses, professional packing, shipping costs, materials, and cost of goods, I made a net profit of $350. This is a signature Acorns stressless leather recliner chair and ottoman, mid-century modern. Okay, everybody, that wraps up another episode. Keep posting those sales. I hope eBay is picking up for you here in fourth quarter, and I'll be back in a couple of weeks. Make it a great day on eBay. Bye.